Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday evening. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. It is, wherever you guys are at, it is chilly here today. I had a hat on this morning walking the dog. It is very, very chilly. Fred and Lisa are here. How are you guys? Dom, how are you doing? Rick, how's it going? Robert is here. Hey, Robert. And Katie Myers is here. How you guys doing? Hope everybody's having a great day. I am flying solo tonight, so I'm going to add everybody to the wheel here. So I apologize if you see me looking over. Getting through the list here so far. It's always a little tough in the beginning because everybody's just checking in. Also, Roger sent me coffee, so I'm going to be emailing. I'm not going to be emailing anyone coffee. I'm going to be mailing out the coffee this week to anybody who's won in the past couple weeks. We got Mike T here. Hey, Mike, how are you? We got Charlie checking in, standing in line at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando. I love that. That's a blast. I did that a few years ago. So much fun. Let me know. Take us live inside it. Charlie, let's see what's going on there. Edward Clayton, hello, how you doing? Michael Gallagher, how are you, sir? Scott Lara said, selling on Seashore for the third time on October 27th. I will be on Symphony of the Seas. I love Seashore, though. Love me some Seashore. Katie getting ready to get on Independence of the Seas. That is so fun. Katie, are you doing is that a week or is that no, that's a weekend. Or no, if you're going on Saturday, is it Saturday to Saturday? Where are you guys going? I apologize if I ask these questions a lot. I just forget. Really bad short-term memory. Felicia, how are you doing? Cheryl, how's everything going with you? Brad, we'll be with you on Symphony of the Seas. Brad, please make sure you come up and say hello. I'll be wandering around the whole time. You will see me with Tara, who's in our group cruise, and a bunch of other folks. Scott, how are you doing? Good to see you. 94 days till the old wedding cruise. That's super exciting. Jimmy said we cut off Loca to switch to you. Are they live tonight? Is Tony from La Lita Loca doing a live tonight? He usually does. I try to do them not on the same days, so I don't interfere with the big creators. I'm adding everybody to the wheel. If you are new here, please say hello in the chat. so that we could add you to the wheel a little bit later on. We're going to be giving away some coffee and a t-shirt. So jump in and say hello. The Murphys are here. Hello, Murphys. Michael Gallagher said he's on getaway out of New Orleans. A lot of people going on a cruise on October 27th. That'll be really fun, heading down to New Orleans for Halloweenish. That is awesome. Hope is here, said good evening. Really hope I win some Mainly Coffee. I hope you win too. I hope everybody wins. Mike T, got it. There you go. Mike T is going to be getting on when you get off. That's so funny. That happens all the time. It's really funny. Katie said 5 days out of Miami, stops at Coco Cay and Cozumel. Wondering if we should do. Yeah, that is awesome. Definitely do the Los Libras wrestling in Cozumel. That will be so much fun. Tony said, hi, everyone. Nice jersey. Tony, I am just getting ready for the Phillies to play the Dodgers tonight at 8 o'clock. It's game 3. I think they're playing here in Philly. I'm not sure. Whatever. We shall see. Let's get Tony on the wheel. Tom and Sharon, happy anniversary. Hope you all had a wonderful day. 41 years. That's amazing. Very, very, very amazing. A lot of people on the wheel already. Mike T said coffee, a little late in the day for coffee. You can get decaf if you'd like. We are giving it away. You're not going to get it tonight. So don't worry. You can have it. Mike, how are you doing? Hope you are doing great. Tom said, 3rd time on the Meraviglia, November 10th. That is awesome. Meraviglia is going to be great. Tony said maybe you could book the Phillies players on a cruise. Yeah, they can come on the Halloween cruise. They're not playing, right? They have nothing going on. Plenty of money. Maybe I can get Harper and Turner to pay for a cruise for everybody for not making the World Series. Jeff B said, hey, John, just made final payment on our first cruise on NCL Escape. Hope we can get on to Stirrup K. You and me both. We've been watching your videos and notice it gets canceled pretty easily. Yeah, if it's slightly windy, Jeff, Norwegian doesn't go there. The good news is long term they're building a dock there, so they'll be able to dock. But right now it's in like a little cove, and for whatever reason it gets really rocky right by that cove, and they do not love doing tendering if it is rocky at all. So I hope you get there. I really do. But if you don't, I hope you enjoy Choir of Man. Hope you enjoy all the other fun things that are going on Escape. It is a great ship. Make sure you go to the Cavern Club. You're going to have a great, great, great time on there. Robert said, never too late for coffee. Totally agree. I drink decaf every night at like 8 o'clock. Mike said, boarding MSC Meraviglia 10:20. Amazing. Let me know how that goes. It's just a few days away, Mike. Hope you have a great time. Katie said to Jeff, we loved Escape. One of my favorite ships. Same. I totally agree. Brian is here. Brian said, what's up, John? Hope all is well. You too, Brian. Hope everything is well. Again, just getting ready for the Phillies game tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm assuming they're playing. Matt Ryan here. 4 days till Carnival celebration. Matt, that is so exciting. Matt, let me know if you have a good time. I will be on Carnival celebration in January. Let me know how that goes. Amber Ruiz is here. Hey, Amber, how are you doing? Amber is a member of our channel, which is really, really fun. How's it going, Amber? Hope you're having a wonderful night. Rick, I don't know what you're talking about. The Phillies are playing the Dodgers tonight at 8:08. That other team from New York, they're not. They're definitely not playing, right? The Yankees are playing. Saw Judge hit a home run last night. So let's talk some cruise stuff. So bunch of fun things going on in the world of cruising. First up, we are going to be doing next week, we are going to be doing a Loyal to Royal sale. I'm going to try to have Royal on the live stream next week. I've been slacking with scheduling guests. It's been a little bit difficult to get in touch with people, to get some new guests on. I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit. I've reached out to a bunch of different creators, and they're not very friendly. I don't know why people don't want to come on. You would think it would be great. Amber said, doing fantastic, watching good old horror movies. Me too. Started watching horror movies like last week. Went to a haunted house 2 weeks ago. That was so much fun. So yeah, I I went to see that. I think I told you guys last week. I went to see Mr. Ballin on Saturday. He does it's an ex-Navy SEAL does stories on YouTube, and he has a podcast, but he does like scary and true crime stories. I went to see him in Philly. He was great. So if anybody gets a chance, check out Mr. Ballin. He's awesome. But he did a tour. He came to Philly, and it was fantastic. Dom said, John, do you know how much the MSC charges for the Wi-Fi since it's no longer offered with the drink package? It depends on your cruise, how long your cruise is and everything, but it's less than $200 per device for the week. It's like they have the two packages, so they have like the standard and the streaming one. So both of them are under $200 for the week for a device. Just keep in mind with MSC, the trick with their Wi-Fi is you cannot switch devices. Whatever device you put that on, that's the device you're using for the week. You can't switch. You can't trade out with somebody else. You can't go from your iPad to whatever. You just have to use whatever you're using. Ed and Dom said, let's go Mets. I don't know what you're talking about. I guess maybe you think the Mets are playing. I'm not sure. I don't know who Pete Alonso is. I don't know who Jose Lindor is. I'm not sure who those people are. So next week, I'm going to try to have Royal on. We are going to do a Loyal to Royal sale. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'll give you a little breaking down the fourth wall. So we are allowed to run 2 sales a year per agency. And they're called Loyal to Royal sales. And these 2 Loyal to Royal sales are a week long. And basically what it is it can combine with anything else that's going on, any other offers that are going on. There's no exclusions. There's no blackout dates. So it is an additional $50 of onboard credit for whatever cruise you book. It'll give you an additional $50 onboard credit, and it will give you a 50% off of your deposit. So if deposits are $250, deposits will be $125, and you'll get a $50 onboard credit in addition to any other deals that are going on. So we're allowed to do 2 of those a year for a week each. So we're going to run one of those next week from Wednesday to Wednesday. And see if anybody's interested. So we'll do that next week. And I think we're going to do something else too. We're going to do in that Loyal to Royal deal. If you book it, you're going to get the 50% off deposit. You're going to get the $50 onboard credit, and we're going to send you a t-shirt. So you'll get an additional t-shirt, which is fun. And we'll see if we can get the Royal rep to throw in something else. Make it really up that ante a little bit for everyone. Dom said, Mets need to return the favor back to the Yankees from 2000. Yep. When was the last time? Did anybody know the last time the Mets won the World Series? Wasn't recently, was it? I don't think so. The Yankees, Mets fans should really hate the Yankees. They had those Jeter teams, I'm telling you. So that's what we got going on so far. Again, if you are new here, jump into the chat and just say hello. Brian, I know it was 1986. Brian said 86. 86. It's a little bit of a subject. I knew it was going to come out from everybody. So, yes, 1986. It's okay because the Phillies haven't won since 2008. So, and they should have won another one, but they didn't, thanks to the Yankees. So yeah, that's what's going on for next week. And then let's get into a little bit of cruise things that are going on. Do a little house cleaning. Sun Princess, if you haven't seen all of the other 5,000 creators that have done videos, the Sun Princess came to Florida last week, and they did their inaugural press sailing with all their influencers. Leslie, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Just talked to you like an hour ago. Nikita said, hi, John. We love watching your videos. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. I'm going to add you to the wheel here to possibly win some coffee or a t-shirt. So... God, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh, Sun Princess. So yeah, all the influencers are doing videos this week. I saw Tony. I saw Travel Scouts were there. I saw Don was there. I saw just a bunch of people. Ilana from Lifewell Cruised was there. So lots of stuff going on with that. We got the Port of Galveston has extended out 10 years with Norwegian Cruise Line. So they're adding there. Galveston is slowly becoming a huge port. This is also going to be a real big thing for Royal Caribbean as Perfect Day Mexico comes out, because every one of those sailings from Galveston is going to go to Perfect Day Mexico. So I'm guessing, just guessing, as we're pretty sure Icon's going to go to Galveston. So Nikita, of course, my pleasure. Thank you guys for coming in to the live stream tonight. So also a little announcement: Royal Caribbean is raising their gratuities again next month in November to $18.50. So if you have a cruise booked with Royal, call your travel agent and ask them to add gratuities to your reservation now, so you're locked in at the current price before it goes up, and you have to do that. Amber said, speaking of port, I can't believe how fast they opened up the port in Florida. Yeah. I mean, look, they get after it down there. They can't afford to lose that money and have all those people not working and all those different things. So, you know, it's amazing that they can clean those things up and get those things going so quickly. Edward said, any tips on the MSC dining package? Yeah, I mean, so generally on MSC, if you're doing a 7-day, I think the 3-day package is plenty. Remember, the 3-day is only going to give you, it's not going to, depending what ship you're on, right? It's not going to give you sushi, and it's not going to give you hibachi. It's only going to be Ocean Key, Butcher's Cut, and Ocean K, Butcher's Cut, and All Out Tacos. So just do a three or a 2, because All Out Tacos is $20. So that's my 2 cents. You could do more and add in some of that other stuff, but that's my thing if you're going on one of the big ship. So that's what I would do. Get back to the wheel. It's tough by myself here. I got to add people to the wheel. I know, it's real traumatic problems in life. Black Broadway Lady said, I sailed on my very first cruise in July. Remnants of the previous passengers were still in the cabin, and our neighbors were smoking and being very loud. How can we address this next time? So the cleanliness thing, take care of that right away. So I would say immediately go to guest services if you run into anything like that. Always tell your room steward right away. They'll clean it up right away. One of the things to keep in mind is I don't hear that happens a lot. It definitely happens. Remember, those people are trying to clean up 40, 50 rooms each in the quick turnover by the time you want to get to your room when you get on the ship. And so tell the steward right away if you see them. If not, immediately go to guest services and they will take care of it. And if people are smoking, call immediately down there, because this is an issue on MSC in general. MSC is a little more lax with their smoking because they have a much more European crowd that smokes more. So I find that they kind of, it's not as like tight as some of the other ships are. Although I see people vaping all over the place that shouldn't be vaping. So also it's 2024 really with vaping. So yeah, tell guest services about the cleanliness thing, and then immediately call security, call guest services about the smoking. That is a huge fire risk, and that should be stopped immediately. So yeah, that's what I would do. And tell your travel agent, because I can tell my rep things and we can complain and talk to people, and those things tend to go up the chain pretty quickly. So let your travel agent know as well if you have a travel agent. Brian said, cruising on Encore 15th to the 22nd, 2025. Book my excursions for Harvest Key, Roatan, and Costa Maya. Any excursion recommendations for Cozumel? So Cozumel's a tough one, right? There's not a ton going on there. If you like snorkeling or anything like that, I mean, those things are fun. Let me look real quick at what I usually recommend. I have like a list of all my things. We're adding that to the new website, by the way, which is going to come out soon. We're adding a list of like preferred excursions and things like that for all the different ports. So snorkeling, 100%. I know a lot of people do ATVs and stuff. I think those are a little sketch when you're not. I mean, they're sketchy enough here. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, snorkeling and just beach day, maybe like resort for a day and do one of the nice resorts. I can get you a couple names for those. And then my other recommendation would be, I don't know what your budget is or if you're going with a bunch of people, but like if you're going with like more than 6 people, maybe like 8 people, charter a boat and do like a little tour where they'll do like a day boat and go around if you guys like fishing or anything like that. Obviously, it's pretty expensive to charter a boat, but it's not bad if you have like 6 or 8 people. It comes out to like a couple $100 per couple for like 4 hours. It's not terrible. So that's something that is like a more of a group, little fun group thing. Mike said, recently back off the celebration. I liked the Mardi Gras better. Our cruise director was mostly absent. Leon. That's sad. I hate to hear that. So, Mike, what did you like better about Mardi Gras over celebration? Was it just the cruise director, or was there like some differences? Good to know those things. Tony Mac, how are you? Good to see you. I know I haven't seen you in a long time. Tony said, I missed your live chats. Glad you're here when I finally remembered I had some time. Me too. I'm glad you came. Thanks so much. Good to see you here. Added you to the wheel. We are giving away coffee and t-shirts now, so maybe we'll get those. Amber said, I suggest visiting the monkey habitat in Roatan. So there you go. That is awesome. I thought seeing leaf cutters in person was super rad. There you go. Amber said, I didn't do excursions in Cozumel. It's all right. So we got, hey, Bob, how are you doing? So let me add Bob here. Schifferly. Sandy and I are looking forward to a future cruise. Yay! We had a great time meeting you on the Symphony last month. Me too. I had a great time with you guys. It was so much fun. I am working on your casino cruise. I have run that bad boy up the chain. It is, I mean, that's why I was talking to my rep. So I've now reached out to the casino department. I've reached out to, so give everybody a little heads up of how aggravating things are sometimes. So Bob and Sandy's family have a bunch of casino offers. So both of their daughters had casino offers. I booked them on a cruise next March with their casino offers. And Bob and Sandy had one. So I booked the 2 other cabins and then I went to book theirs and something happened. Either that code expired or something the day before. So we went through it and we looked all over to see what was going on. We can't find it. They have a bunch of other ones that are the same category. So I was like, all right, well, let's just see if we could use one of those. They wouldn't let us use one of those. So I said, okay, well, let me reach out to my rep. I reached out to my rep. She reached out to the department, the casino department there. I reached out to their casino host. He's on medical leave. I reached out to the director of all the hosts. He didn't get back to me for 24 hours. Just got back to me today. I sent a long email with all the issues. He got back to me and said, sorry the delay in getting back to you. How can I help? I sent a whole email with everything that was going on. So I reached back out to him to say, it's right here. I copied it up again. So this is what we're going to. And I called again today and I still don't have an answer. So this is how frustrating it is sometimes to get the dumbest things done just to get them to say, yes, we can still use that code. So silly. The Hurons are here. Hello, Peter. How are you doing? Adding you to the old wheel tonight. Nikita said, hi, John. First time on Prima 12/11 to 21st, 2024. In Haven, have any advice? Yes, of course. For tip for the butler and for the room attendant. Also, we booked at Inc. 48. Awesome. Any suggestions for us? Thank you in advance. Of course. So Inc. 48, of course, my favorite hotel in New York. It's great. It's a great hotel. It's in a good spot. So last time I was there, I went to Becco, which is a Italian restaurant, Joe Bastianich. It's only a few blocks walk from there. That was excellent. It does get crowded, so if you're going to go there, make some reservations and go early. But you're right by Hell's Kitchen, and you're right by Broadway, so there are a ton of different restaurants there. Just don't go to Times Square. Stay closer down towards your hotel there. But you literally, it's less than a block to walk to the ship. So that's what I would do in New York. Also, there's a bunch of fun things to do. Like if you just check the calendar for what's going on at the Javits Center too. So that's right next to where the hotel is. So those are fun things there. And then for the Haven, this is really going to be, your mileage may vary on this. The last time I was in the Haven on Escape. I did 100 for the room attendant. We barely saw them. So, and I would say 3 of the days I had the do not disturb on. I am super low maintenance on a cruise, like especially if I'm by myself. I was in the Haven by myself, so if I'm by myself, I barely need anything. Like you can give me just as long as I have towels. I don't really need turn down. Like I'm very low maintenance. Um, the butler was amazing on ours. So it was AJ's birthday. So AJ, her husband, Meg, her husband, and I think that's it. So we had 6 or 8 people on there for us. Um, so I did. We did AJ's birthday in there, which they technically should not have done. They made all of our reservations for us. They kept all of us together. We had dinner 2 nights in the room from specialty dining, and they did AJ's birthday in there with like a catered meal with like the restaurant people came up. We had waiters and waitresses. We ate dinner in there. We had a cake in there. So I tipped 500. We all chipped in. I don't think you need to tip the butler 500. But 100 for the room person is good if you want to even do that. And then I would say somewhere in the 250 to 500 range for the butler. If you could do that, it's completely up to you. But that's what I'm just giving you the like background of what I did. Again, to me, gratuity is based on like the level of service, which is why I wish the basic gratuities were in your cruise fare, and then you could literally just tip for great service. I wish the people got paid what they should get paid, and then you tipped for great service, because that's what I did on that cruise. We had great service. That butler took us everywhere, did a bunch of great things for us, did a bunch of things she wasn't really supposed to do, fed all those people for free, which she wasn't supposed to do. So that was for me what I thought. But again, whatever you feel is best is totally fine. Deb Stein is here. Deb, I'm going to add you to the board. I'm glad you caught the live stream too. Mike said for Mardi Gras, food was better, bars were better, overall crew attitude. It's great to know. Thank you very much. Awesome. Joe Business said, didn't think I'd see a Phillies jersey this late in October. 50% off post Mets victory. I don't know what you're talking about. As far as I know, the Phillies are playing at 8:08 tonight. Bryce Harper is ready to go in my Bryce Harper jersey. He's batting 1,000 in the NLCS so far. Batting 1,000. They haven't gotten Bryce out yet in the NLCS. Tim, sorry I'm late, but I'm here. Don't be sorry, Tim. You are here. It's all that matters. Adding you to the board. Brian said, do you think NCL will limit the menu items on the specialty dining once more at sea goes into effect? I don't. I think the one thing I think they've done a good job at with this more at sea, the very few things that I think they've done a good job at. So overall, I think more at sea is a disaster. But the one thing I think they did a good job at is you can now get 3 appetizers, 3 desserts, entree at specialty dining. So I think that's nice that you could do that. The menus, from what I've heard, will remain the same. I'm still waiting to get a menu from the drinks package. I've asked everyone for a drink package menu, and I have not gotten it yet. I've gotten all kinds of other stuff that they keep sending me. They sent me a booklet of like inclusions and different things, but no one will send me an actual one with like the drinks that are included. But I'll show you what I got. This is the last thing that they sent me. Hold on, I'll pull this up real quick. Share this real quick. So this is what they sent me. Just try to make this bigger if possible. So this is the more at sea thing that they sent me. So you can see here, they give you a little bit of a breakdown, but they don't tell you exactly what's included. They just tell you it's like Casamigos and more, Grey Goose and more, Woodford Reserve and more. But like, what does that mean? And then they have all these other things down here. They do have the prices for the water package, the Starbucks package, and the soda package, which is really nice. But it's still, I really want an actual beverage list of what they have. That's what I want. We'll see. See if I ever get that. But no, I don't think they're going to limit anything else. So let's see what's next. Thomas is here. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Let me add you to the wheel. Amber said, where would you suggest booking a hotel in Port Canaveral the night before my cruise on Norwegian Joy? So, Amber, you have two options basically, right? When you get down to Orlando, you can go Disney. So you can go like the Orlando area there and go something in Disney. I've done that before. Not my favorite because then it's a long ride in the morning. Generally, what I recommend is booking something in Cocoa Beach. So I do like the town suites or the Courtyard by Marriott down there. Those are both like, they couldn't be more basic, right? They're like hotels. They have breakfast. They have like a little breakfast buffet you could eat at in the morning. They're perfectly acceptable hotels. Nothing fancy, but they're clean, they're easy, and both of them have a shuttle that's $12 to get to the port in the morning. It's Cocoa Beach shuttle that takes you over there. So that's what I would recommend. It's easy. You can literally see the ships from the hotel. It makes it super simple for when you're down there, and you are then easy and good to go. If you need help with that, let me know. I can help you and look and see what's available. Kathy said, Brian, do you mean less at sea? There you go. That's the overall overwhelming opinion of more at sea. Terrible. Brian said right. Nikita said, that was a lot of info. I appreciate you taking the time to share with me. Sure. I learned so much in this chat with you. No, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. Casey Hockman said, hi, what's the best way to get from Miami Port to Fort Lauderdale for a group of 6? Let me first of all add you to the wheel for coffee and a t-shirt. So if you're leaving from the Port of Miami, so two things are you going, so you're going to Fort Lauderdale Airport. So two things you could do. Depending on what cruise line you're on, you could book the transfers. They do transfers from Miami. You could do a transfer, cruise line transfer to Miami International or Fort Lauderdale International Airport. You could go to either one of those. And I think those are like $30 a person round trip. I think something like that. Or you could do one of the shuttles. You could do, let me just make sure. We have a couple that we recommend all the time. So I just want to make sure. So yeah, there's a couple. I think the one we've used is South Florida Shuttles. They're good. And yeah, I think that's the one we use. I don't think I had got good reviews on the Fort Lauderdale shuttle one. I think it's South Florida shuttle. Yep, that's the one. I just wanted to check it out. I'll put that in the chat. That's going to be expensive, though. To be completely honest, if you don't mind doing the cruise line one, it is on a bus. They're not luxurious by any means, but I do those in a pinch all the time, and it's way cheaper than doing like private cars. I tell everybody all the time, going from like Orlando MCO Airport down to the cruise terminal, it's like $120 in an Uber. And I've done that a bunch of times too. I put it in the chat. Amber said, I feel like Starbucks should be included. I agree completely, but it's not. Tony said Cocoa Beach. There you go. Keirdra, let me add you to the wheel here. Keirdra, will the number of free at sea meals for platinum members on NCL change since meals are based on price now? No. So I asked my rep about this. I said no very quickly. God only knows. So what I've been told for platinum, sapphire, and all those, nothing is changing with the plans, with those like perks that you get for platinum. You will still get the vouchers. You will get 2 for platinum, 1 for specialty dining for 2, 1 specialty dining for 2 with a bottle of wine. For sapphire, you will get the 2 and then the dinner with officers 1 that you get to go to, which is basically like a third meal. So no, there's no expectation that those are changing at all. So Casey said, I also booked a hotel and asked multiple times if they had shuttle to the airport, and they all said yes. I called back and they said they haven't had a shuttle. Ugh. Yeah, same thing. So I put that one in the chat. You generally speaking, if you do one of those, if you get them and you ask them to do a bunch of things, it's going to be way cheaper. And transfers to the port. Yeah, I would do that. Otherwise, you could do like an Uber or a Lyft or get two of them or like a large car, but those are going to be very, very expensive. No problem, Amber. My pleasure. I'm happy to help you. Yeah. I'm on. Shoot me an email, Amber. I'll put my email down here. I'm sure you have my email, but threw my email in there just in case. No, you can book. Casey said, Roy, I don't think you can book shuttles unless you can book their flight. You can. You can do transfers even if you don't have flights. Ask if you have a travel agent. Ask them. If not, let me know and I can help point you in the right direction to get that done. Tony Mack said, should I stay in Rome for a transatlantic out of Civitavecchia or find a closer hotel? So closer for sure. Just because, look, if you've ever been on an MSC ship, Italians are a little bit laid back. It's a little bit slower. Everything's a little bit slower. So if you stay in Rome, it's like 45, 50 minutes on a good day to the port. I don't like taking that gamble in Italy. Just there, everything's a little like, yeah, we'll get you there. No problem. Stay closer to the port for sure. Rome's beautiful. It's great. Although I consider Rome to be a little bit overrated, but it's fun to check out real quick and then get the hell out of there. But yeah, I would definitely do that. Mike T said, with Royal Caribbean about to release 26, 27 itineraries, do they release them the Monday or another day of the week? So I did a whole video on this, Mike. Came out last week. Let me get you a link for it. Here's the link to the video. There are specific days for each of the itineraries for each of the locations, like Caribbean, Europe. They have a second Europe one, Alaska, all those different things. I did a whole video with the exact dates in there. So you should be able to just fast forward through it. You'll see them all real quick. It's a short video. Yeah, Katie said the same thing. Donnie, no worries at all. Donnie, your coffee's coming soon. I apologize for everyone who hasn't gotten their coffee yet. I waited too long to tell Roger that I needed coffee. So I did get the coffee, though. We have Little Italy brand, espresso blend now. We have the Blueberry Hedges one, and I have 9 Mile. So we got a bunch of coffee. I'm going to ship all those out in the next couple of days because I'm leaving in a week or so for my cruise. I want to get them all out before that. Joe Business said, going on Enchanted Princess in 2 weeks out of New York City, going to new ports and need suggestions for beaches, day passes, excursions, or stay on board. Puerto Rico, St. Martin, Dominica, Barbados, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. So Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. Aruba, there's a ton of things to do in the town. Bonaire and Curacao to me are beach/snorkel days for sure. San Juan, Puerto Rico is awesome. Do not stay on the ship. That town is awesome. Tons of great food there. You don't need to do an excursion in San Juan unless you do some kind of like food tour. But there's a really cool like fort up at the top of the hill that you can walk to. You get out in the middle of town. So you get out right in the middle of town. There's like a Walgreens or a Rite Aid or something right there. And then you're right in the thick of things. There are a ton of things to do right there. You don't really need anything there. St. Martin, there are a ton. I can send you some things to do. Let me pull it up real quick. I love it. We're doing a lot of fun things to do here. St. Martin. Enchanted Princess in 2 weeks. So that'll be November. I'm just throwing like a date out there. You can change the dates on this. And I can send you like actual ones. Here are some fun ones in St. Martin. Dominican Barbados, I don't know a ton about those. Barbados, I've been to twice. I went to see like a church there. So if anybody else has info on that one, that would be much, much appreciated. Same thing with Dominica. I have not been to Dominica. I'll throw a link down there for that one too. She can get some inspiration. This is going to be a super long link. So I just did like the top tours in Dominica. Sorry that's so long. Tony Diaz said, breaking news, Harper's out of the lineup tonight. I don't know why. Why not? I heard he's playing. Thank you, Donnie. Robert said, Little Italy sounds good. There you go. Amber said, anyone watching the new TV show Dr. Odyssey? Love it, spicy and funny. I'm not yet, Amber, but I've DVR'd it, so I'm going to watch it. I might watch it on my cruise. So I'm going to add that to my fun things to do on my cruise. We'll see. Did it do 2 posts? Oh, sorry about that. Did 3? Jeez, sorry, the link was so long. Kierja said, what to do in St. Thomas. St. Thomas, you have a lot of shopping going on there. You could do, I'm looking at St. Thomas now. Snorkeling for sure, St. Thomas. Kayaking in Mangrove Lagoon, I've done that. That is awesome. So one of the other things I recommend too, yeah, Tony said Megan's Bay. Of course, Megan's Bay. And then one of the things I always recommend doing, again, this is one of those things, if you have like a group of people, I just saw it pop up on here, but they do like a private, Viator does like a private sightseeing tour. It's like $700, which sounds like a lot of money. And it is. I get that it's a lot of money. But if you have like 6 or 7 people and it's $100 each, that's something that's really fun to do. And they kind of cater it to like things that you're interested in. They will reach out to you and walk you through stuff. I like to do those anytime we have a good group of people. I'll grab one of those little shuttle buses and everybody will pay like $70 to $100 each. And it's way better than like a big excursion that you would do. Robert said Bryce is out of lineup because someone took his jersey. Yeah, this is a real jersey. It's a nice jersey. Amber said, is the water warm in St. Thomas? That's my next cruise destination. Yeah, absolutely. Depends when you go. But for the most part, those Caribbean beaches don't get super cold. They stay fairly nice. Steve, let me add you to the wheel. Was blown away by a cruise me and my wife had at the end of January on the Encore. We're going on Joy November 16th, Honduras, Belize, Playa, and Cozumel. What are your thoughts on 2 ship? I love Encore, and I had two crazy experiences on Joy. I was on Joy 2 years ago. I didn't have a great time. I was on Joy, or last year, didn't have a great time. I was on Joy this year. I had an amazing time. Out of those 2 ships, I like Encore more. It's just newer, fresher. It's like the design's better. But I love both of those ships. I think you will see they're fairly similar. The layout's going to be fairly similar. It's a little different because Joy was built for the Asian market, so it's a little different. But I definitely like Encore better. But it's very similar. You're going to have a great time. It is a ton of fun. You will have a wonderful time. Kierja said, going solo on this trip. Can I grab a taxi to the? Yeah, absolutely. You can easily grab taxis or shuttles. Once you get on the ship, a lot of times they'll announce that there's shuttles to the different places, and you can always grab one of those shuttles. Dominic said hello from Montreal. Hello. welcome, bonjour. Wonderful to have you here. I don't have a Canadians jersey, or else I would put that on for the time being since the Phillies aren't playing. Mike said Paradise Point, St. Thomas. That's another good one. Paradise Point, where you go up and you take like the little shuttle, like it looks like one of those ski lift things, but it's like a little car, cable car. That's really fun. It's a little bit of a long line, but totally fun. Yeah, Amber, you're fine in November. The weather will be great. The water will be great there. Kathy said San Juan Spicy Caribe, name of the place on Cristo Street. Try some banana ketchup and get some to go. So good. There you go. Such great food in Puerto Rico. Duke said, did MSC ever get finished with what they were doing? Adding you to the wheel, Duke, on Ocean Key. Have you been since? I have not been there since. I will be there in December 1st. I'm heading down on Marivelia. I have seen videos. The new Yacht Club beach looks really nice. Otherwise, they just kind of upgraded some stuff and made it look a little bit nicer. But nothing too crazy. But I'll get video when I'm down there. I don't think I've seen like exactly everything that's done, but it'll be cool. Joe said, fun fact, when you fly a Phillies flag in New York, it always blows to the south because Philadelphia sucks. There you go. Cheers. Love you too. It's good to have fun rivalries. Dominic said, Bridgetown is cool town with kids. Yeah, Bridgetown's awesome. Barbados is beautiful. You can just get off and look for Rihanna. Do where did Rihanna grow up tour? Jeff B. Jeff, let me add you to the wheel. This is officially the most people I think we've ever had on the wheel, which is really fun. Jeff said, we were booked in February on NCL with free at sea. Is there any reason to think there will be confusion on board with more at sea? No, there will not be any confusion. Again, we're new cruisers. So here's the deal. If you have free at sea, your drink package will automatically be changed to more at sea. So nothing to worry about there. There will be no confusion because everybody will have the more at sea drink package. So it's technically, if you had free at sea drink package and you get upgraded to the more at sea drink package, it's technically a better drink package. Because I think the biggest gripe is for the people who paid for free at sea plus and didn't get it. That's the bigger concern. But no, you'll be fine. Everything will be fine with that. The only confusion, if anything, would be with dining. And I think they have a pretty good grasp on that. Amber said you're getting so popular. Yeah, it's great. I love it. Keep it coming. Let's get more people on the wheel. I love it. If there's anyone here who hasn't yelled out yet, just say hello and we'll add you to the wheel. Nicole, how are you doing? Hope everything's going well. All right, real quick, since we've been very busy. Two things. One, Mainly Coffee. We're sponsored by Mainly Coffee, as you know. 10% off all orders if you go to mainlycoffee.com and put in the code Byte Size Cruises, all one word. You can also scan the QR code there. It'll take you right to the website. You can get yourself some Mainly Coffee. The other thing is just a quick reminder. We are having a group cruise in the summer of 2026 from June 10th to the 20th. It is a land and cruise. It is a cruise tour. We're going to Alaska. So we're going to be flying into Alaska, spending 3 days in Fairbanks and Denali, going to on the rail car ride through Denali National Park. Then we'll be getting on the Discovery Princess, and we'll be going to Hubbard Glacier, Glacier Bay, Icy Strait Point, Juneau, Ketchikan, and Vancouver. Anybody is interested in that, let me know. We would love to have you join us and Tony Diaz on the cruise. Kathy said, loved my free at C+. Me too. I loved free at C+. Whatever. They screwed it up. Eric Maxey is here. Yet another person to add to the wheel. Eric, how are you, sir? Dominic said, NCL Breakaway, is it a cool boat? I love NCL Best Staff. Breakaway, I've been on 3 times. I enjoy the Breakaway. There's nothing to do on that ship. The entertainment is severely lacking. Otherwise, still a beautiful ship. Tons of things going on. But, yeah, not great for entertainment. Nicole said, when are they going to start construction in Costa Maya? I don't know. It's a great question. So I know they are leveling the entire port. So they're crushing everything and the water park that they purchased. So I don't know if they're going to do it little by little, but it's got to start, I would say, next summer. They're going to reveal the plans in spring, and then at that point they will have 2 years. So it'll probably start, I would say, between spring and summer. At least the kind of breaking it down. Mike said we'll be at Ocean Key next week. I'm curious about the new island they're creating by dredging the channel. Yeah, they're dredging it for World America, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Leslie said, that's me, Miss Plus package. I missed that. I know, Leslie. I know. It's terrible. So now if you want to do Free at Sea Plus, you basically have to do More at Sea and then add on Starbucks and a water package. Amber said, no icebergs for me. Thanks, Ellen. Yeah. Anytime, Amber. We'll do a summer one too, a regular summer cruise. Joe Business said, we are loyal celebrity cruisers trying Princess for the first time. How does it compare? If you've been on both, do you like one line over the other? I like them both. I think what you may find, for everyone that I know that has done Celebrity and Princess, it depends on the ships. So if you're comparing like Summit to like Sun Princess, you're going to be blown away. If you're comparing like Beyond to Sun Princess or Discovery Princess or Star Princess, I think it's going to be pretty even for you. So the Beyond, Edge Class, all those, I think the food's amazing on Celebrity. I think the food is excellent on Princess. The big winner will probably be the Medallion. The Medallion's really cool, where you can get drinks delivered anywhere around the ship. Technology is a little cooler on Princess, but they're very, very similar. If you're talking new ships to new ships, very, very similar. Tim said, everyone, please hit the like button. Yes, thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We would love you to subscribe. Also, if you've not subscribed to our other channel yet, please subscribe to Byte Size Travels. So it's the BYTE Size Travels with an S. We'd love to have you over there. We're trying to do a video every week on air and land. Tony Mack said, no more free bottles of wine with NCL and More at Sea. Nope, not anymore. You get some money off. Eric said, I love Free at Sea Plus, sampling Princess Premier next year. Yeah, Princess Premier is going to blow it away. I don't know why Norwegian didn't add a level for that. It seemed like such an opportunity to capitalize on that, and they just didn't. Tony said, Amber, once you do Alaska, you will want to come back. There you go. Kierja said, I sailed on Summit. It was horrible. Yeah, it's an older ship. You know, it's not going to compare to a newer Celebrity or Princess ship. Dominic said, NCL Great Stirrup Cay with tender or dock. It's a tender port for now. They're building a dock there, but for now, it's a tender port. So you're screwed. Depends on the weather. Tony said, my husband wants to go so bad, but I'm terrified. Don't be terrified. It's awesome. Alaska is awesome. Even if you just stay on the ship and watch the scenery, it's amazing. John is here. John said, of all your cruises, do you have a favorite or one that sticks in your mind? So, yeah, I mean, like, I definitely have like sentimental favorites, but like as far as itineraries or ships, it's really funny. One of the best cruises that we've been on all together was Enchantment of the Seas, which is really funny. It's an old, smaller ship, which is not my typical thing. I love the big ships. I love Oasis. I love Symphony. I love Meraviglia and Seascape and Seashore. So I would say for like overall cruise, Enchantment was one of my favorites. And then I really enjoyed Mariner. But from a itinerary, I love, I did a Puerto Rico, Colombia, Costa Rica. That's one of my favorite itineraries of all time. And then I think that's it. Those are my favorites right now. Colombia was awesome. Yeah, I think those are my favorite. Joe said, tips for embarkation in Brooklyn. Heard it's a chaotic mess. Board late. No, I don't think so. I mean, I'll be there in a couple, in a month and a half. I didn't have any problem with Brooklyn. If you look, it's the same deal with everybody else. Everybody just gets there early, So boarding late will definitely make it a smoother transition for you. But I didn't have any issues. I just don't recommend driving and parking there. Parking was a little bit of a mess. But as far as getting into the port, I didn't find it to be any different than anyone else. It's not as good as Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean's fantastic at embarkation, especially if you go out of Cape Liberty. It's not as bad as New York, though. It's not as bad as Manhattan, Brooklyn. I thought it was way better. Amber said, maybe I'll go. I just don't want to be on a Titanic. Neither do I. No, I don't blame you. Me neither. Laura Allen, how are you? Let me get you added to the wheel. I don't think you're on there yet. Nope. We are cruising Oasis 11.7. That is so great. Where are you going, Laura? Let me know where you're going. Kira said, I just took the Enchanted Princess from Brooklyn. It was fine. So did AJ and Peter and Melinda Heron, who are here. They took it out of Brooklyn. They had no issues. AJ even went to the wrong port. She went to Manhattan and then went to Brooklyn and still didn't have a problem. So it's great. It's fine there. All right, let's get to the wheel. Last chance, anybody who wants to say hello and add their name to the wheel. Laura said they did Summit last year and they had a blast. I did Summit 2 years ago and I had an amazing time. It is an older ship, though. It is an older ship. Some people just don't like older ships. Dominic said, love your channel. I'm cruising with Norwegian in January 25. Thank you so much, Dominic. I really, really appreciate it. Tony Mack said, my favorite cruise was a sentimental one on NCL Encore a week after I got a pacemaker. Felt like a do-over since they shocked me back to life twice. Yeah, that's the thing with cruising, right? Sometimes it's a sentimental one or something that really means a lot to you. I think that happens much more with cruising than just like a ship or a place that you're going to. Joe said, last question, MSC Meraviglia has terrible reviews. Is it accurate? Too crowded? Bad customer service? So tempted to try, but I've seen bad videos. We have videos on Meraviglia from last year. We went on Meraviglia in a year. You're on the wheel, Joe. On a Meraviglia a year and a half ago. I'm going back on Meraviglia in December. I love Meraviglia. I thought the service was great. I thought the entertainment was great. I had a wonderful time on the cruise. The food was awesome. I think sometimes it's all what you make of it. So I'll do another one in December. We shall see. Misty said, finally caught alive, 178 days to my first cruise, Liberty of the Seas. Misty, that is awesome. I'm going to add you to the wheel. That's awesome. I hope you have a great time. Liberty is a great ship. That'll be a ton of fun. Eric is going on the Prima from Rome to Manhattan. That is an awesome itinerary, Eric. Please let me know how that goes. You can always come on and do a little video about how it was. Going to Nassau and Coco Cay. Yeah, same thing, right? Same place we all go. Kira said, we had mold in the Summit and had the smell of poop. They finally switched our room and it was better. There you go. That's not great. We did have an issue with, it wasn't on Summit. It was on a different ship. Yeah, again, if you have issues, you got to let people know right away. Rick said, I love Meraviglia also. Yep, Rick's coming on the December 1st cruise with us. Joe, come with us on the cruise December 1st. It's super cheap. We can get you a room super cheap on the Meraviglia December 1st. All right, let's give away some stuff. Let me pull up the old wheel here. All right, so we got the wheel. First up, we are going to give away coffee today. We are going to give away some coffee here. Let's give away some mainly coffee, a little blueberry hedges today. Let's spin the old wheel. Duke is the winner. I have to add these people on here, so I apologize. Coffee. Duke. All right, that one is done. Let's come back here to a couple little things before we give away our t-shirt. Mike said, love, love, love Meraviglia. Have 3 more sailings booked on her. Tony Mack said, I couldn't be paid to return to MSC. Such an efficient process for such an experienced line. Some people love it. Some people don't. I think it's that way. I had people tell me they hated Symphony of the Seas. I think it's all depends on your personality, what you're into, what you enjoy. Peter said, Maravilha, February 2024, entertainment and food were great. There you go. So you get a little bit of both sides there. All right, let's do a t-shirt. So if you win one of these things, just email me your address. I'll put my email in here again. jp@bytesizecruises.com. Email me your address and I will ship it out to you. This one, we're going to do a t-shirt. We have a couple different designs that we'll send to you. Sent Peter his t-shirt, which I think is being delivered on the 23rd. Jeff B. There you go. Jeff B wins a t-shirt. All right. There we go. So we have two winners. We got a coffee winner. We got a t-shirt winner. It will not be a Phillies t-shirt, I promise, or a Mets t-shirt for that matter. It will be a Byte Size Cruises t-shirt. So please send me your address. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. Really appreciate it. This was a really great, lively little cruise chat. So next week, remember, we're going to try to have Royal Caribbean on. We're going to do a Loyal to Royal sale where if you book next week, it doesn't have to be on the live chat, but if you book on the live stream, you will get $50 additional onboard credit to whatever else you're getting. You will get a 50% off your deposit, and you will get a t-shirt for booking. So we'll do a little fun Loyal to Royal. Show Business is going to get his Yankees t-shirt. We'll send you a Judge t-shirt out, Byte Size Cruises Judge shirt. So thanks, everyone. Hope everybody has a wonderful week. I will be doing the cruise news live Sunday morning. And then next Wednesday, live stream, and then I'll be on Symphony of the Seas the Sunday after that for our fun Halloween cruise. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night, and I will see everybody later. Bye.